Every day it seems to get worse for Assassin's Creed Shadows and Ubisoft. They don't realize, I think even still, how much gamers hate what they did with the Black Samurai situation, with pushing the DEI agenda, with pushing wokeness. I actually spoke with a former Ubisoft employee about 2 days ago who said that DEI indoctrination at the company is even worse than you imagine it is. This is a big whistleblower. He just came to me privately, didn't want me to share any direct statements or didn't want me to share who he was, of course, and showed me how they were forcing these little diversity sessions on employees. They were encouraging employees over there to rat each other out in terms of this diversity stuff. Really, really bad. And so Ubisoft is really paused, and they're taking so much flack from gamers. I can't wait till the sales numbers of this comes out, because Assassin's Creed, I think, as a franchise, just got completely killed by this whole controversy. And it's getting even worse today, as you see. Japanese YouTuber explains why the Japanese are calling Ubisoft to immediately discontinue the creation of Assassin's Creed Shadows. There's a huge petition for this. Wow, this is bad stuff for them. All right, my name is John Delarose, and I am a #1 best-selling comic creator. I'm going to be launching a Kickstarter today, which is going to be up for you. And I would love for you to check this out. It is going to be live very, very soon, about 3 p.m. Pacific, when I'm going to go live on a live stream here on the channel. YouTube doesn't always give notifications for the live stream, so make sure to kind of check back around that time. I'd love to say hi to you guys who watch the videos. You're awesome. And please do follow this page. I don't know why it changed to German on me. Uh-oh. Are we all going to be speaking German now that we're criticizing the Black Samurai and Ubisoft? What's going on here? But I'll have this link in the description below. Like I said, it'll be live in a few hours, and you can sign up with this green button for a notification in the meantime. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. All right, so Japanese YouTuber Shohei Kondo explained why the Japanese are calling on Ubisoft to immediately discontinue their upcoming Assassin's Creed Shadows game. Thousands of Japanese players have signed a petition. Let's see what the number's up to right now. 90,000. Holy crap. This is going to hit 100,000 probably in the next week here. This is pretty nutty numbers right here. This one is calling on Ubisoft to shut down the game. They've accused Ubisoft of insulting Japanese culture and history, which they claim can lead to racism in Asia. They translated. It is pretty weird watching a cutscene of a black guy going around slaughtering and decapitating Asian people. This is a pretty big meme in the media if you think about it. The Acolyte, the Star Wars show too. What happened in that? The black girl force choked an Asian Jedi to death when he was helpless. I think we need to stop Asian hate, everybody, with this game. This is crazy. This is what the woke are at the end of the day. They're never consistent with their messaging. As translated by Google's machine translation, the petition created by Shizumu Toro states, recently the lack of historical accuracy and cultural respect has been a serious problem for game developer Ubisoft, which is scheduled to release Assassin's Creed Shadows. This game is based on the samurai of Japan, ignoring the fact that the samurai is an upper class of the upper class and should be my family or a person who serves you. It adds, in fact, William Adams, the first European to receive the title of samurai, was the one who served Tokugawa Ieyasu as the flag book for 250 stoning. The petition then declares, in such history, Ubisoft continues to misunderstand the essence and role of samurai. This is a serious insult to Japanese culture and history and can lead to racism in Asia. It then calls on Ubisoft to stop developing the game. We call on Ubisoft to immediately discontinue the launch of Assassin's Creed Shadows and show sincere research and respect for Japanese history and culture. And so 90,000 petitions as of today. So Kondo went on YouTube today to explain why Japanese people are signing this petition, why they want this game canceled. He notes Ubisoft is promoting the game as historical, and they keep doing this. It's historical fiction, and this is what they do with all their games, and that's what they've built this brand on. And points to an interview game director Charles Benoit conducted with Xbox Wire. He was asked, "This is a familiar setting for gamers. How does the game differentiate its take on the setting?" And this is what they're going with on this. And the reason they're saying that a black samurai and LGBTQ woman assassin are good things in this are that there are other samurai games out there. and that Japanese samurai games are, quote, cliche. Well, people want a Japanese samurai game to star Japanese. It's not that hard. It's like anything else. But hey, this is how the woke operate. They want to subvert everything. And it's not about diversity. It's not about different cultures and celebrating different cultures and allowing people that. No, it's just everything has to be black and everything has to be gay. It's not diversity. It's a monoculture. It's quite the opposite what they're doing with this nonsense all the time. And that's what's so offensive about it. Like they get in your face with this like, oh, it's diverse and inclusive. We just want to exclude you and not be diverse, is their entire message at the same time. It's really insulting. We're at the end of the Sengoku era, a turning point in Japanese history. Assassin's Creed is well known for its depiction of history and accurate recreation of the world. Oops. And it's always what players can expect with Assassin's Creed Shadows. We are showing real-life historical figures such as Oda Nobunaga and a lot of events that happened during the time. So you're not only playing in feudal Japan, but learning about a fantastic time period. Now, they've taken a bunch of weird stuff in this and put a bunch of assets in this that have to do with One Piece and have to do with a Japanese historical fiction gaming culture with their flag in it. It's very weird how they've just totally screwed the pooch on a lot of just background details on this as well. It's a total disaster. Also, we're giving the opportunities for the players to live not just one, but two of the best fantasies in Japan, the samurai and shinobi. And I guess the shinobi is where they're going to put the LGBTQ stuff in. Oh, fun. After pointing this out, he listed a number of reasons why he and other Japanese gamers are opposing the game. This is the Japanese YouTuber. We are protesting the marketing DEI's historical distortion stemming from their disregard for Asians and their arrogance and discriminatory responses to protest from Japan. And this is what they always do, because in the woke mind, you got to remember that it's about hating white people more than anything. And because white people are privileged and do well, it's really more a classism thing where it's like these are miserable people who want everybody dragged down with them. And since Asians typically are starting to do well in school and all that as well, Asians have been named basically honorary white people. And so Asians have to be purged as well from the DEI stuff because it's just how it works. Very weird and very creepy, very much racism on their part. From there, he focuses his video on what he describes the biggest attempt to distort history of Japan, that is legendary samurai, they claim, Yasuke. He then brings up a number of historical documents and begins with a samurai's diary that mentions Yasuke. He uses AI translation, states, he was taken under care of Nobunaga and given the name Yasuke. He was granted a residence, given personal items. From time to time, he was entrusted with Nobunaga's tools and belongings and carrying for him. So he's a servant, not a samurai, right? Shohei Kondo brings up the second historical document called the Chronicles of Lord Nobunaga. And AI translates, Lord Nobunaga provided support to a black man who was presented to him by missionaries. His skin was as black as ink. He was about 1.82 meters tall. His name was Yasuke. He notes the document also indicates Yasuke was given something, but unclear exactly what it can be translated as in a number of different ways. Place to live, a short sword, or rice. That's a lot of different things. From there, he brings up a third document titled Jesuit Annual Reports of Japan. These are from the Catholic missionaries. On Monday following Easter, Nobunaga was in the capital. A commotion arose and many people wanted to see the Black Slave. Oh, that doesn't sound like a samurai. Leading to injuries and near fatalities from thrown stones. Observers speculated that showcasing the Black Slave for a fee could easily raise significant funds. Nobunaga invited him to his presence, causing quite a stir, and confirmed his skin color was natural. Nobunaga's sons were also pleased, and Nobunaga's nephew, the commander in Osaka, rewarded him with 10 kamon. The priest accompanied the Black Slave, not samurai, and since no one in the capital had ever seen the Black Slave before, countless people came to see him. Nobunaga himself was amazed, confirming that his I got back on this. Confirming his skin color is natural and not painted, and stared at him. The man understood some Japanese, so Nobunaga talked to him endlessly. Impressed with his strength and some art skills, Nobunaga was very pleased, decided to protect him, assigned guards, and escorted him around the city. Some rumored Nobunaga would make him a lord. The Black Slave, given to Nobunaga by the visitor, went to the residence of Nobunaga's heir after Nobunaga's death and fought for quite some time. The Akechi retainer approached him and told him the surrender of his sword without fear, so he handed it over. And when the retainer asked Mitsuhide how to handle Yasuke, Mitsuhide replied, "The black slave is like an animal, oh geez, and knows nothing since he is not Japanese. Do not kill him. Place him on the church of the Indian Padre." So you can see right here the history, the actual history revolved is quite the opposite of what Ubisoft portrays. This guy was not treated as a samurai, the upper of the upper class. He was treated like a gaijin, somebody separate from Japan. And Japan actually looked very much down on outsiders. Still does. It really does over there. They don't like that at all. And so elevating him to that kind of a status is an insult to the Japanese people. He's not a samurai. He's quite the opposite. And this is that. So they're blown out. Ubisoft claiming historical accuracy is false. They're lying to you. They're trying to rewrite history for their own token wokeism. And this is another huge disaster waiting to happen. The Japanese are finished with this, and so should gamers be. So just don't buy this game. Leave it alone. Go play other samurai games. There's way better ones out there. And let's watch Ubisoft burn with their own DEI agenda. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure to head to my live stream, 3 p.m. Pacific today. And check out my Hidden Emperor graphic novel, which I'll have in the description below. I appreciate you guys for being there.